Welcome to DNA Awakening Family of Light. Message begins right now. The time has come to unleash the full creative and intuitive potential of all of us, as male and female energies finally join forces to come into perfect balance and work in perfect harmony. We are moving into a new reality and era beyond ego and fear, based on compassion. Lovely carriers of the female energy, and those are all you reading this, the time has come to establish the perfect balance of masculine and feminine energies on Earth. The goddess power within each of us is awakening right now. What? Goddess within a man? How cheesy is that? Well, drop those old-fashioned ego belief patterns we were programmed with. It is time to realize that it is absolutely awesome to experience this dormant power we all carry within. The golden age of balance has arrived with the ages of Cancer and Gemini. We had eras on the planet that were taking place in the feminine energies until about 4.000 BC. These focused on female qualities such as bearing, birthing, nurturing, intuition and communication. These were followed by the ages of Taurus, Aries and Pisces, eras of masculine power, which were dealing with the experience of war, violence, rationality and control. Each period was missing the other part of the energy, so neither way, humanity was fully functional. Mother Earth wanted it that way to experience duality at its origin herself and to learn how living in imbalance feels. By doing so, she gave us the opportunity to go through these experiences as well. We went through karmic cycles during this whole time, as it was simply hardly possible to establish the balance of these energies in an unbalanced environment. These cycles come to a close now and we are already in the transition period. The experiment of imbalance comes to an end, and Earth is ascending to the fifth dimension, and with her, all of us. The golden era of Aquarius has arrived. It all started on December 21, 2012, when we shifted into this new astrological age. The new energies that this era brings in are finally supportive to find the perfect balance. Spiritual mass awakening is underway. We can feel it already, especially those awakened or in the middle of the awakening process. Things are changing and we feel differently than before. We see more and more people searching for the meaning of life, their purpose, booking retreats, yoga classes, mediation seminars, etc. Mindfulness is the new mantra of many, and they become more every day. The authorities played an easy game until now to keep us in our fears and learn patterns. Now that the new energies are streaming in, more and more people are awakening to their spirituality and reconnecting to their intuition. Now that the new energies are streaming in, more and more people are awakening to their spirituality. We have spent the time from 2012 to now to drop all low frequencies that do not serve us any longer and are leftovers of the old ego era. In the ascended version of this planet and the ascended version of ourselves, there is no space for these low ego and fear-based vibes. Some of us are through that dissolving process already, some are in the middle of it, but most of humanity is just about to wake up. The first big wave of awakening has already started. These individuals are experiencing what we have gone through before. Now we hopefully can all see clearly why it was necessary to experience this pain and transition ourselves. It was to prepare us to assist the many people now following to go through this process. The question of who they are and that deep knowing that there must be more to life than just working, sleeping and existing within the social system is keeping them busy right now. They are experiencing their heart chakra opening, and with it the opening of their energy system, which they had kept closed for such a long time. Those that still have a closed system are not feeling the shift yet. simply because they are not able to take the new frequencies in and feel them. They will continue to live in their ego bubble for a while until they are ready. There will be a transition period for these humans for the next 16 years. Their chakra system will also be opened. They will have time to gradually shift from 3D to 5D. During that time, it will get more and more uncomfortable for them if they do not manage the shift, up to a point where they will have to either shift or leave their body, simply because the energy differences will cause so much friction that their system will burn out. Men and women were suffering from suppression. It is often mistaken that the rise of the female and the end of suppression only relates to the women of this world, not being able to freely live their female side and not being allowed to enjoy the pleasures of love and sexuality. This is simply not true. Men were suffering just as much without this balance and had to suppress their feelings and vulnerability for a long time as well. Men were also not able to freely express their love and sexuality as they were forced into a controlling, leading protector role, overpowering the female and thus hurting themselves by denying their own access to this balance. Men and women have to relearn that vulnerability is a true strength and that sexual energies are absolutely sacred and needed for creation. The suppression was really a suppression of the female qualities both men and women carry within. Both parties have to relearn that vulnerability is a true strength and that sexual energies experienced through the higher chakras is something absolutely sacred and the energy that is needed for creation and manifestation. We all have to drop the old patterns of fear, guilt, shame and embarrassment and learn that we all deserve to enjoy this pleasure from a place of unconditional love and freedom. Now is the time to rediscover our intuitive gifts and guidance that all of us carry inside. It is time to rediscover our connection to Source and realizing that God is not an authority figure in the sky that teaches us obedience, but a universal power and the female goddess energy that lies dormant in each and every one of us. Our intuition, telepathic communication skills, healing abilities by using energy work etc. But those that made use of them in the best intentions were crucified, burnt as witches and wizards, or ridiculed as mentally ill in the past eras. The balancing of male and female can feel confusing. The times of control and programming by authorities like religions or controlling governments is over. We are entering the phase of dissolving all dependencies. This results in chaos, as we can experience it right now all over the world. Mother Earth is releasing old energies. With earthquakes and volcanic activity, people are releasing old energies with conflicts and war that are all a result of the long suppression. We are slowly learning that the answer to violence is not a countermeasure or revenge, but compassion, and thus raising the frequency to a higher level. This will lead to a situation that the one-sided violent energies will have no resonance field anymore and will simply be transformed to higher frequencies this way. This overview shows some of the male and female qualities balancing each other: masculine, left brain, doing, striving, analytical, concrete, forward-going, giving, organizing, thinking; feminine, right brain, being, surrender, allowing, intuitive, abstract, patient, nurturing, receiving, contemplating, feeling. It becomes obvious that they need each other to be whole. What we are about to learn, that both energies are needed to create and manifest the new world we are entering. If you only have the female energies available, you can come up with great intentions and ideas, but without the mind and its thoughts and impulses to the body, it will always remain an intention and will never manifest. If we only have the male energies available for manifesting, we create but without the true heart's intention of love, resulting in the use of technology for the wrong egoistic reasons. The balancing we all go through right now can feel very confusing. As we have opened our energy fields, we have made space to let the new energies flow in. For the ones in the more masculine energies, it can feel uncomfortable to realize that all of a sudden all these suppressed feelings surface. I can only encourage you to embrace them and get rid of the old social programming that men are not allowed to show their feelings. There is nothing more powerful than a man who has discovered the true quality and strength of compassion and intuition to manifest their true potential. For the ones who carry more of the female energies, it can feel weird to be in the head a lot. I can highly recommend to not push the thoughts away, but to learn how to steer them in a way that they serve to manifest the intentions of the heart. When both parts are brave enough to do the balancing, we are not only helping ourselves, but the whole planet to transition even quicker. So dive into the unknown and experience the beauty of the other half. Embrace your goddess within and nurture her power proudly. Men come from Mars, women from Venus, that still is true, but as we dissolve the illusion of separation, we dissolve the distance between those planets too. Embrace your goddess within and nurture her power proudly. No matter if you are a man or a woman, this balance was the missing piece to wholeness. End of the message. Much love to all you soul sisters. Brothers, watch DNA Awakening previous videos for better understanding. New subscribers will be updated with the latest articles and informations. We hope this channel has helped you discover where to start on your actual spiritual path. It's a good karma to put to like, comment, subscribe and share with your beloved ones. Leave your suggestion in the field below. All the love to you, beautiful souls.